Oh, look, it's the Chap show. Everybody knows that it's pretty cool. And you don't go to school if you watch this show. That's probably not true, though.
That's yeah. You should probably go to school.
What
Well,
up,
yeah.
Chaps? This is Chap Chat, episode 104. Goddamn, I still got this
What?
glove on. I keep
Yeah, what a glove, gangsta. 104. We're in 104. It's pretty good.
We're up there, man. We're getting up.
I know, dude. We're like triple dig now.
Can you believe it?
Triple dig.
Can you believe it?
I can.
We got a whole slew of trailers, let me tell you, this is a good week for trailers, man. Because almost all of these,
I'd say all of them to a degree.
For
all of
me,
them for sure. Yeah,
almost all of them.
Yeah. I know there's one. Yeah.
Blew my mind. I was like, woo!
Yeah.
Let's say, what do we got? 6 of them. We got 6 to talk
6.
about. 4 out of 6. They did it for me. All right, so
okay. I think all 6 out of 6 were like, yeah, good stuff.
Right,
cool.
So let's get into the first one. Oh, firstly.
Yeah.
I'm FooRay.
Yes, and I am Chamba.
He's Chamba.
And we just talk about stuff that we like.
Stuff that we like. Isn't that cool?
Stuff we like.
Isn't
yeah.
that cool?
If it's your first time joining this, we just talk about stuff we like.
We're gonna talk about stuff that you like. Hopefully. Ready? All right.
Yeah.
First one.
Jessica Jones season 2 trailer. So Netflix
didn't even know this was
Netflix
coming.
show.
I hadn't heard.
Yeah, it kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah, man.
I knew they were filming it.
Mm-hmm.
The trailer kind of snuck up on me though.
Right, and but are they also filming Daredevil already, or no?
Yes, I think they've started, haven't they? Because I know they've announced some casting.
Oh, did they? Anybody interested?
Damn it! Not for Daredevil. My bad.
On their forehead?
For Iron Fist. They announced casting for Iron Fist. Yeah. Do you remember Star Trek the reboots, the second one?
Yeah.
There was there's a new female character. I forgot her name. She was only
Razor Legs.
She's blonde. Huh?
Razor Legs, right?
No, that's the third Star Trek.
Oh, second one.
Second one, it's a blonde girl. She was the daughter of RoboCop.
Right. Wait, what?
Because RoboCop, old school RoboCop was in that movie. Spoiler, he's a bad guy.
Oh, Peter Weller. I was I was flashing back to RoboCop. I'm like,
yeah, I'm sorry, dude. I'm like pulling references and whatnot. I forgot. She's a daughter of RoboCop because old man, bad guy RoboCop was in Star Trek too. Anyway,
great.
I forgot her name.
Yeah.
Not important, but she's been cast as a role in Iron Fist 2, which doesn't relate to Jessica Jones, but it kind of does because they're both part of the Defenders.
But that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. I don't know when they start filming that, but Jessica Jones 2 trailer, what do you think? It was pretty cool.
Seems like
Jessica Jones.
Right. You know, more Jessica Jones, cool.
Like
there was a Spider-Man reference, which is interesting. But
good for them.
It's a weird reference because it's her saying if you say great power comes great responsibility, I'm gonna punch you in the neck or something like that.
Yeah, it's almost like they're referencing the comic book that they've read of Spider-Man. So I'm like,
but why does she know that phrase?
Yeah.
That's a Spider-Man phrase. And
yeah. That's
if they've met before, I definitely want to see that. And
right, but it's not like Spider-Man just keeps saying that to everybody. Hey. With great power comes great responsibility.
He didn't even say it to Tony in Civil War.
That's what I'm saying.
And he had a layup for that one.
Mm-hmm.
He had a layup. That's not how you do a layup, by the way.
That's the weirdest layup. Yeah. Are you doing with money?
Yeah, I lay up exclusively with money.
Wait, a layup and alley-oop is doing the same thing.
Right.
Wait, he's gonna do a layup? What kind of ball is that? That trailer looked cool though.
It did look cool. And David Tennant's back. Apparently, is like
They said it's like in it. Probably. Right. Because at this point I'm like, maybe are they regretting that they killed him off, do you reckon?
Probably, but I honestly think that kind of character has to be dead.
Yeah. Because he's too powerful.
With what his power is, there's no way that we wouldn't see him in Infinity War or something like that.
Dude, the damage that he would cause there.
If there's a person that can go, hey Thanos, stop doing any of this.
Although you'd think a being, a celestial being like Thanos would be like, no.
Maybe, but we have no idea how his power works.
Yeah, we don't. Next up though, we got the first trailer for Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom.
Right. What did you think of
This
this?
is the one that
guy?
you're not as interested in, I'm assuming.
Well, what did you think of it?
It was cool. I mean, like, they're going back to the island, I guess, because they want to save them now.
They have to save
They want to
them
save all the dinosaurs that's left because
from the island is exploding with a volcano under it.
Yes.
And now they've got to go save them, and Jeff Goldblum's in it.
Yep. Old man Jeff Goldblum.
And the T-Rex does the thing that the T-Rex does in all of the Jurassic Park
crazy
movies,
yell.
Where
it's a yell, right? Isn't it a T-Rex yelling?
Yeah, it's always the same sound, always the same posture, and he's always saving them from some other dinosaur or something.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's up with that T-Rex.
I don't know.
Why it wants to save humans all the time.
I don't know what the movie's about.
Why did they put that shot in the trailer? I am really curious.
Right. Which hopefully means that there's a lot more things in this movie that they're not showing us, hopefully.
There's a baby raptor. Good to see that.
Right, which is weird to me, because wait, was that a flashback?
It was a flashback to him raising the baby raptor.
That's true.
Right.
But volcano crushing everybody, and they're like, hey, if they get out to the real world, the world is done. Because they can reproduce now.
The kid from the Get Down is in it?
That's right. That's right, he is there. He's the sidekick.
Right.
Let's call him the black sidekick.
Chris Pratt is still
Chris Pratting it along.
Yep, he's just prattling about.
He's just prattling about. Prattling along. What's her face's name?
He's just Star-Lord in every adventure movie.
You know what though? I'm fine with that. I like that character.
They have the Indiana Jones looking scene of him running down the mountain.
Mm-hmm. Because he's auditioning. It's an audition tape for that.
But do you think that that's still going to happen, or do you think now that's too on the nose?
It's too
easy. It's too simple.
If they do it and they don't cast him and they cast whoever, and we're like, why?
If it's Bradley Cooper, is that better or worse?
To me, it's almost interchangeable.
Is it? Bradley Cooper and Chris Pratt are interchangeable to you? They're both
in the role of Indiana Jones.
If they had switched roles and Chris Pratt plays Rocket and Bradley Cooper plays Star-Lord, that works exactly the same to you?
Whoa, that's weird. I just imagine that now, and I'm like, I don't know if I'd like it as much, to be honest.
Yeah, I feel like Bradley Cooper as Star-Lord is weirder to me.
Yeah,
and I don't know
would
how
probably
Chris
come off
Pratt
as more of a
work.
jerk.
Right. I don't know how Chris Pratt would work as Rocket either, because Bradley Cooper does like a voice.
Yeah.
I don't know if Chris Pratt would do a voice.
Yeah,
or if he would just
like
be
this
Chris
idea.
Pratt
You shouldn't have
as...
said this. You shouldn't have said this. I don't like this idea, but I'm glad they can't. I'm glad they can't do it.
Right.
I said they're interchangeable as Indy.
Gotcha.
I think.
Okay.
As Indy,
you don't
it
think,
would kind of be interchangeable. Like they would definitely bring different aspects to the character of Indiana Jones.
Right.
But to be honest, I'd probably prefer Pratt more as Indy.
Yeah.
Although
another question for you. Another question, since we're already in the what ifs here.
Okay, sure.
Swap out roles. Chris Pratt changes roles with Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds is now Star-Lord. Chris Pratt is now Deadpool. Do those movies still work?
Differently.
Right.
Again, differently. I think maybe do I see it that like Ryan Reynolds' personality kind of is larger.
Right.
Like his celebrity comes off bigger.
Yeah.
So it's almost distracting.
I feel like Ryan Reynolds could work perfectly as Star-Lord because the very similar kind of humor.
Yes.
If
more so than Bradley Cooper.
You know, if what was between my legs had a hand on it, I could have landed the ship. Those kind of jokes, or if you had a black light in here, everything would look like a Pollock painting. Things like that he says seem very like Ryan Reynolds-y kind of humor.
Right.
So I'm like, I think that one could work. Chris Pratt going the other way though and being Deadpool, I feel like for some reason that wouldn't work. I don't know why.
I think Chris Pratt, he seems too friendly He
Right.
seems too almost
Because
lovable.
Ryan Reynolds' sense of humor is abrasive.
Exactly.
He kind of seems like he could he
It's
would be a
very
dickhead in real life.
abrasive is that word. It's very sharp, and it's almost like, wow, if he wasn't so charming, he'd just be an asshole.
Right. Chris Pratt's like a lovable idiot.
Right. He's almost goofy. So I don't know
Ryan
if it would
Reynolds
work.
is like lovable asshole.
I think they were cast appropriately throughout the board.
Gotcha. Okay.
Next
thing.
up.
Oh wait. Firstly, I think that Jurassic Park trailer is fucking hot garbage.
Oh yeah, that's cool too.
That looks
that's
terrible
cool
to me. That they were like, let's just blow up the island. That seems like the new villain.
Yeah.
And
it's also like all those dinosaurs kind of like, you know, running to a cliff.
Right.
Because they're running away from.
And everything is like super dark. I get it. It's like
it's a dark time now.
I don't know. Mm-hmm. I don't. It just
I know you're not gonna watch it. I'll probably end up watching it in the cinema because I
watched Jurassic World. I thought Jurassic World was decent. This one though just doesn't look as good to me.
It doesn't. Yeah. But you know what? In a way, it's kind of good because it doesn't feel like they're just retreading the same thing.
Also, though, it's only the first trailer, so
exactly. We'll get more of a story in the second trailer.
Right.
Next up, though, was it the PlayStation Experience that just happened, or was it Capcom Cup? One of those two. I think it was PlayStation Experience.
Was it a PlayStation event?
I think it was PlayStation Experience.
Okay.
But they showed a trailer for Street Fighter V Arcade Edition, and in the trailer they revealed some new characters.
Some new,
or I guess returning characters. A
couple of them are new, right? Three of them.
Yeah, we got two new ones. We got the Abe Lincoln circus, I guess, ringmaster guy.
Right.
His name is G, and we've got the
you need to do G and Q piece.
That's what I was saying. I'm like, you picked the wrong letter. But I was like, they picked the wrong letter. They should have just went with Q and just brought him back.
You have to do a fake GQ magazine cover with those two guys on it. And they're perfect because they both have suits on.
That's true, but I'm not going to waste my time on that.
I'll do it then.
Cool.
Actually, cool. Maybe not, because that dude's design is really complicated.
That's what I'm saying. It's loaded. Yeah. The other new character, I think her name is...
like
Falk?
Yeah.
Falk, something like that. But she looks like a female Ed.
Is that the new blonde guy? Because she looks like she's twinsies with the other new guy.
Yeah. Who knows? It could be a sister or whatever. Or maybe they just breed them all to look like that.
For sure.
They train them all. But Sakura's back. She's the first in the line that's returning.
Dope.
We got Blanca.
Dope.
We got... what else we got? We got Cody.
Yeah.
And Sagat.
Yeah, Cody is back, and
Cody's finally out of prison.
They finally got rid of that.
Finally out of prison, thank goodness. It took him too long.
And
he looks like a
fan of that look, man.
There's these people were saying, "What is he? What's the deal with? Like, why is he wearing this suit?" And it's like maybe he, hopefully, he's not a criminal anymore. I don't know.
I'm saying, how does he get out of jail?
Mm-hmm.
All of these different circumstances where he's going to be in this tournament, he gets out of jail and just keeps on the jumpsuit and shackles.
Yeah, to me, that's why I'm so glad. And also, that was my big thing regarding Sakura as well. I'm like, if she's going to return, please don't have her in the bloody school uniform.
If she's supposed to be older now, she's got to have gotten past just the high school uniform.
Exactly, because it's like, is she that dumb?
Right.
They kept holding it back.
And it seems like they did now. She's apparently got a job. You said it was
She works at an arcade. She's one of those arcade employees where they have the headsets and... but yeah, in Japan, she's got a new attire.
Arcade attendants look like stewardesses, or what do they call it?
They're it's very like it's a suit. It's got that whole thing. Yeah, that's what they say. She looks like one of those employees.
Right.
Sagat's got like all tatted, like he's got more scars now. Sagat.
I didn't even notice the more scars.
Yeah, he's got like tons of little tiny scars.
Okay.
And he's got like his shorts are all tatted. Blanca, the only difference is his face looks weird.
His face does look weird. And
it's very like the model isn't the greatest.
Super.
And his arm hair is just like massive.
I kind of like the arm hair though. When I was looking at just his silhouette, I think it makes him
right. No, his silhouette's great. Just that face model, not super into that. Finally, cool. It's nice that they revealed them all in one go. It's like instead of everybody speculating, we're just going to show you who it's going to be now.
And supposedly they fixed Chun-Li's face model or something.
Oh yeah. Well, technically, a lot of the people's
that was cinematic though, so I don't know if she's still going to look like that in the game.
I mean, I'm looking at all their face models, especially in the cinematics, and I'm sure they can update the look on the game in that case. But they all look fine now. They're getting better and better. Because do you remember the first time they announced what the characters look like? Remember how dumb Rhea's face looked? Even in the announcement trailer,
everybody's face looked hella.
Everybody just they keep like, cause what's his face? The one that you hate. He's that gigantic with the the tires on his arms. It's got tires on his arms. Abigail. Yeah. His face doesn't look as stupid. He still looks stupid. Doesn't look as stupid.
Man, I hate that character. I am not a fan of that one at all. No.
Yeah. Anyway, the game looks cool. It's out next month.
Yeah, most of these look cool. I'm really excited to see how G fights.
Cody's back.
I want to see how G fights. I want to see how Falk or whatever. I want to see what she fights like as well.
Yeah, I'm curious because like it could be good.
And I want to see the alternate gear that they put on these characters because they all
because they've only shown the alternate gear for Sakura, and we've got the story mode, which is the story mode one. I think is just another uniform.
Oh, okay, it's still another high school uniform.
No, another not uniform, another work employee uniform.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And we have the battle outfit, which is the reused gi that's tatted up and stuff. So it's like ripped and torn. And we've got her classic uniform, which is obviously the school uniform.
And the trailer itself was cool, so I say definitely.
Yeah, it's presented really nicely. I love how they cut through all those scenes and then like it's all in one like clear stage because obviously it's in Ryu's mind. So that was good. Next up though, we've got the first trailer for the Sony animated Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. What did you think of it?
Man, I thought it was super cool, dude. I thought it was super cool looking. It definitely looks like it has a Disney-ish influence on the face model. You can see Miles there. You know, he looks like he would fit in like the Big Hero 6 world.
Yep.
Yeah. But I think he looks cool. There's the shot where there's a couple different shots where they like flash a 2D image.
Love him.
Cell shaded.
Love him. I love it.
That's really neat. I'm just wondering like how much of that is in the movie, if that's
right, whether it's just a trailer or whether it's like something that's in the film.
Even if it's in there, I wonder if it's like only in that moment in that action scene, or if it's something that gets worked in a lot. But either way, the style really interesting.
It's really cool.
The colors and all the buildings and stuff. It doesn't look like anything else that Marvel has appeared in. You know. It looks really interesting, man, and I like the fact that it's a Spider-Verse thing, and they kind of show Peter at the end, like them talking to each other in a subway.
So it's almost like this the animated universe has its own universe.
Well, see, that's the thing that I'm wondering. Like, I very much wonder if that version of Peter that he meets will or if he'll meet a version of Peter that's like voiced by Tom Holland, or one that's voiced
or if
by
it's
Andrew
voiced
Garfield.
by like Garfield,
right? If I wonder if, because you know how they did what was it, Lego Batman or something, where they like brought a bunch of people back to do stuff.
Yeah. I don't know, but it would make sense.
But I remember in that movie they at least show versions of the character from like 1989 and and all the different eras. So if they do have some representation of that, like the CG versions of their Spider-Man costumes show up, even if it's not, you don't see their faces, but you see those Spider-Man outfits in the background. I think that's really neat, man. I hope they do that.
Even if it's like, even if this this film is kind of its own universe, which I'm assuming it would be, like it's just its own separate universe.
Right.
You don't want to mix an animated universe within the live action universe. It'd be a little bit too hard to follow.
That's
but
for sure not what this is.
And
you can
I'm fine with that, but
not...
I'm curious to see what Spider-Man, what Peter is in there. Because it's Into the Spider-Verse. So what does that mean? Like we're getting more than Spider-Man.
There's gonna be a Spider-Gwen.
Spider-Gwen's got to pop up.
She for sure will be there.
Yeah, pop in have Silk in there if you want.
Silk, maybe. I mean, why? Because why not? Really, with a lot of these, why not?
That's really the thing. It's
even Miles's outfit, like his spider and stuff, is different. His costume looks a bit more homemade. It almost looks like
he's got sneakers on. I think on that first shot when he's on a building.
On the shots where you can see the texture of his outfit, it looks like the black suit version of the suit from the Raimi movies, kind of like it's kind of got raised webbing. It's kind of got the texture underneath, but then the red portions look almost like spray painted on, or like some layer.
That's what I thought as well. The red part looks spray painted and stitched almost.
Right. So I'm wondering.
And also his eyes. There's a really cool effect that they do with his eyes.
I wonder if we'll see kind of where his costume comes from. If we'll see the like Peter died here and I took over, or if in this world he's been Spider-Man the whole time.
I'm curious. Like, it's still first trailer, so we're open for anything. But that looked cool.
They showed the Prowler, so at least that part is consistent. I wonder if
because they can't.
I really wonder if they'll still have Genki and his character will work the same.
That's why it's like, like if people might just go, isn't he?
Because he seems a lot like Ned from the Homecoming
isn't it just like Ned?
Yeah, so I'm very curious if he'll show up. Just lots of questions right now because I've been following this Spider-Man since he showed up. I read issue 1 and then through all his run on Ultimate. And now he's in the 616. I've been reading a bunch of that, so I'd love to see which versions of that guy's story get mashed into this movie. Looks cool. Can't wait.
It does. I like it. Next up, we finally
we've talked about it several times on the show.
Dude, not just like
about what she would look like forever ago.
James Cameron producing. He's one of his pet projects that he's wanted to do for a long time. Obviously, he's not directing this because he's busy with Avatar, so he got Robert Rodriguez to direct the Alita Battle Angel movie. First trailer came out. Teaser first, showing arms and stuff, but then the trailer dropped. Now, a lot of people very iffy about this. A lot of people. I've had lots of talks already.
I've seen it like on social media, people back and forth on whether this is cool or terrifying or garbage or whatever.
You're basically going to hear what we feel about this trailer.
Yeah.
I'm so down.
Dude, I think it looks fantastic. There's only one shot in that whole trailer that bothered me. And it's the shot where she's doing the like slow-mo spinny flip thing.
That's exactly the same shot that I have issues with.
Because in that shot, she fully just looks like a CG character.
Yes.
In all the other shots, you kind of can't tell if it's a hybrid or can't tell if it's this or that. So I think if you can't tell, perfect. Yeah. It's just in that one shot where you're like, nope, that one's a cartoon character.
That one is a little too CG.
Right, but all the other shots I thought she looked really good. No, the lighting looks cool. And eyes don't bother me.
A lot of people weren't really annoyed by the CG. They were confused more so about their decision, the creator's decision of why they made her look the way she does. Where everybody else kind of looks.
She looks like the fucking cartoon.
But
she looks like the comic book.
That's what their complaint is, though. Their complaint is it's like, this is an example of why you can't do anime faces in a real world.
No, it works fine. I think it works fine. If they had done it to everyone, it would have been more disturbing. Then you would have been like, look at all these fucking aliens talking to each other.
And I had this conversation with a couple of mates. I'm like, now the reason why I'm okay with this is because she's not human.
She's not human, one, and it's not like unappealing. They didn't go like Big Eyes movie version.
Somebody goes, it's like Smeagol with a wig, and I'm like,
no, it's not.
It's really like reaching.
The fucking Avatar creatures.
She looks like I was like, you know what she looks like? She looks like when you go to conventions and people are holding those ball joint dolls.
Yeah, kind of like that. I could see that.
What I was getting to, I was like, she looks like a doll. She doesn't look like she's a real person. And I was like, because technically
she's not a real person. She's like one of those
she's
robot
marionette
things that people put on TV, but like the most advanced version of that you can possibly imagine. I think it looks
I am
dude.
super down.
The arms
because everyone was like, oh, everything looks great besides her. And I'm like, but she looks great. It's just she doesn't appeal to you because you think she looks too fake, as in like, and you can't believe that she's real.
Okay,
I'm like,
so
but that's kind of the point.
The girl that plays her, she's gorgeous, gorgeous girl, very attractive. But if they had it just look like that girl, then it would have just been it would have been any one of these other movies. It would have been Ghost in the Shell. It would have been Blade Runner. It would have been all the same stuff. This one, they said this is the source material. We saw the backlash of what happened with Ghost in the Shell, so we have to be cognizant of that. Let's make her look like the character looks. why not do that? To me,
the crazy thing about this is
it's Robert Rodriguez. He did Sin City. How do you not expect him to try to make it look like the
character? It's James Cameron
for sure, and he's got all that Avatar technology.
This is also
let's mix that.
Also, this is something he's always wanted to make. So you can't tell me that I'm not gonna you can't tell me you're not going to give it a chance when someone is so passionate about wanting to make something. And he's finally getting to do it in a sense. Like he can't do it. He's not going to do it himself because he can't. He's too busy with other things.
It looks
so. He found someone that's great for it. I'm down.
Yep.
I'm down.
Yep.
And I was like, you know what? At first, it might throw you off, but once you're actually watching the film, I'm sure you're not just going to keep going every time she appears. You're going to go, oh, it throws me off. She looks too fake.
Right.
She looks too uncanny valley. And I'm like, but she's not supposed to be real. You're supposed to. Anyway, whatever.
Looks
I'm down.
good.
It's gonna be done.
I'll be there.
I'm done.
Exactly.
I'll be there.
First try. I'm doing it.
Last trailer.
Yeah.
It just dropped earlier today.
Right? Yeah.
Ready Player One.
The first trailer was already cool, man.
Yes. This trailer,
they're throwing everybody in the kitchen sink in this movie. And we talked about it before the show during our pre-show stuff. The name Spielberg as a director attached to any one of these characters as a property that show up in this movie is bonkers.
And we got lots of bloody Easter eggs. I'm saying,
you see Spielberg directed movie featuring Tracer from Overwatch.
Chun-Li.
Spielberg directed movie featuring Chun-Li and Sagat from Street Fighter. The Battletoads. Chucky and Freddy Krueger.
Yep.
There's Iron Giant. A Gundam shows up.
Gundam. Look, he's getting a bloody hero shot in the trailer. You're like,
a Spielberg
what is going
movie.
on here? Yeah, that doesn't make sense to me.
Insanity.
That don't make sense.
I can't wait to just...
They're riding Kaneda's bike.
Kaneda's
bike is in the forefront. You got
his car is the DeLorean.
Yeah, he's riding a DeLorean.
And speaking of which, we finally get to see his avatar. We didn't get to see his avatar the first time.
Before, no. Even the girl, I'm assuming, the avatars are very specific.
Yeah.
Which is cool. I'm like, I'm down. I haven't read the book. I know, I got a mate who said he read the book and he's like, he can't wait for this movie.
I really want to see. Yeah, I let's put it this way. Even if I don't read the book, I can't wait for the movie to come out and find out how different the movie and the book are. Because I'm sure there's going to be tons of videos get to show up.
Yeah. There's going to be tons of videos online saying, oh, here's the things that they missed and that they got, blah, blah, blah.
We might be one of them videos. Keep an eye out. We'll see.
Maybe we'll have to read the book then.
Hey, man, there's lots of Wikipedia in the world.
There is also audiobooks.
There's also Audible. We should get a sponsorship.
But the trailer, that was a sponsorship pause. The trailer was dope. It looks cool.
It looks cool.
I know there was already comments saying it's like, oh, this film is going to have some dope effects with bad acting. And I'm like,
why?
I don't know. I'm like, where are you pulling this from?
Yeah, I don't know why automatically.
Do you just it really is just easy to go online though and just lay waste. Stuff? Yeah, lay waste to whatever you don't like.
Yeah.
It's normal.
That's the word.
But I have no idea when this it's like March 30, and I'm like, wow, next year's films are gonna destroy my brain.
Yep.
I'm gonna destroy my brain.
But is that exciting though? Next year's movies are so bonkers. We got Infinity War. We got a new Deadpool. We got New Mutants. We got Phoenix Saga X-Men.
Dude, yeah, you're right.
We got Black Panther.
Black Panther.
We got a new Jurassic Park. We got a movie with every character who's ever existed in it.
I know.
We got everything next year. I feel like the world comes to an end 2020 or something because we're getting literally anything you can dream of. We get to see it, so embrace it. We live in glorious times, pop culture wise, and terrible times every other time.
Terrible times in reality and everything else in society.
Exactly.
And civilization.
Hurry up, Matrix.
Nightmare.
Hurry up, Matrix.
But
let's get in the computer.
Pop culture land, we're in heaven.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
So it's so weird. It's this odd contrast. I know this is all a distraction.
Because we're just getting ready for that world, to create this world that they're talking about. Let's
Very
make
much.
that
Like
virtual
the Matrix
world
/ Ready Player One
/ Sword Art Online /
yeah,
all
it's gonna have it's gonna turn into Alita,
right? Let's all
because they live in a society type balance, which they did, which I'm glad they showed in that trailer. But
that whole trailer, they even got Ed Skrein in it. I don't normally like that guy, but
he's cool though.
He shows up as basically the bad guy. Well, he's from the Alita manga and stuff, or at least some version of him is in that.
Well, yeah. The OVA. It's just, this film looks like a remake of the OVA.
Okay.
I'm okay with it,
but that's good. That scene where she like grabs his throat joint piece and slams his head into the desk or whatever.
And you got owned.
The fastness of the like whip. That's anime as fuck. I can't wait to see these action scenes.
I know. I can't.
Come on,
because again,
we
saw what Rodriguez did with all his films. I know people like, oh, he did Spy Kids, and I'm like, yeah, to make money to fund all this other stuff
for sure. But look at Sin City. Look at what he did in that in the even if you've never seen the second one or whatever. Just look at his attention to detail in the first one. You don't think he's not going to approach an anime manga with the same kind of like, we got to make this shit incredible. The action has to be incredible because look what it's based on.
I can't like because I'm remembering some of the scenes in Alita. Right. I'm like, oh, that's gonna be so good.
I gotta rewatch those dudes. I haven't seen those since I was a kid. Ugh.
But these are the trailers that came out. Let us know what you think about all these trailers, actually.
Please do. And
what are you looking forward to?
I imagine it's going to be a lot of excitement. Tell me how wrong I am about the Jurassic Park trailer. Tell me how right I am.
Tell him how right you are. Tell him how right he is.
Sure, maybe.
He's like, yeah, it is trash. And I'm like, whatever. I love dinosaurs. I love dinosaurs.
Poor guy. You're going to see a lot of dinosaurs die in that, man.
I know. It sucks.
When the big one gets in the water and he's like, no. The like spiny one. His little
it's gonna be like Land Before Time all over.
Would you watch a Land Before
Time? Live action? No,
movie?
It's gonna make me cry.
If they do it like, like Jungle Book and stuff, but with dinosaurs.
Don't bother. I'll just watch the original.
Yeah, but kids that exist now haven't even heard of those original movies.
I'll play them the original bloody Land Before Time.
They're doing Lion King. What's wrong with doing Land Before Time?
I don't see the point of any of those, though.
And that's the episode.
That's a great way to end it.
So until the next one, guys, stay chipper chaps.
Stay chipper.
Now it's the part where the show is done. Chipper chap chap.